All right, everyone, deep breaths. Your final physics exam is right around the corner. So let's skip the panic and get straight to a smart, targeted game plan that's going to help you absolutely ace it. Okay, let's be real. Are you feeling the pressure? I know this time of year is a lot. It feels like there's just a mountain of stuff to cover, right? But seriously, take a deep breath. You've been working hard all year, and I'm here to show you a clear strategic path to get you through this exam successfully. So please, don't panic. I have a plan for you. And look, the key here isn't just about studying harder, it's about studying smarter. We're going to laser focus on the topics that give you the most bang for your buck, the questions that are most likely to show up. I'm going to guide you through exactly what you need to know, step by step. So, here's our game plan. We'll start with the human eye, then magnetic effects, then electricity, and finish strong with light. After that, I'll give you some final words of wisdom. I've put these in a very specific order, okay? It's all about building your confidence and getting the most marks possible. Ready? Let's dive in. All right, first up, the human eye and the colorful world. We're starting here for a reason. This chapter is how you're going to secure your first 5 marks. Why start here? Well, the questions are super predictable, it's a pretty straightforward section, and honestly, it's a fantastic way to get some easy points on the board right away and build that confidence. It's all about momentum. And listen to this. This is important. A 3-mark question from this chapter, it's basically mandatory. It's going to be on the exam. That makes this a super high-value area to study. If you nail this section, you're already off to an amazing start. Okay, so what should you focus on? Right here, eye defects and their correction. I'm telling you, this is a 100% guaranteed question. You will see something on myopia, hypermetropia, or presbyopia, and how to fix them. It's a must-know. Okay, lean in. I'm going to give you a little insider tip. For the past few years, the examiners have loved asking about myopia, nearsightedness. So what does that mean for you? It means there's a really high chance that this year they're going to switch it up and ask about hypermetropia or even presbyopia. So be extra ready for those. Know the defect and know exactly which lens, concave or convex, is used to correct it. Now, besides the eye defects, there are a few other things you've got to know from this chapter. Make sure you can explain why stars twinkle but planets don't. That's a classic. Also, why danger signals are red, how rainbows form, and the Tyndall effect. You know that scattering of light you see in a forest? That's a favorite. And don't forget the 2-prism setup that shows how white light can be split and then put back together. Okay, I want you to circle this one in your notes, the angle of deviation. I am predicting this question for this year's exam. You'll likely see a diagram of a prism, and they'll ask you which color deviates the most and which deviates the least. You need to know that answer cold. Be ready for it. Okay, you've got those first 5 marks locked down. Feeling good? Let's keep that momentum going. Next up, magnetic effects of electric current. This one's worth 6 marks, and just like the last chapter, there are some really clear specific things you can study to nail this section. First things first, Fleming's left-hand rule. Get your left hand ready. This is a total favorite for examiners, especially in multiple choice. You have got to know what each finger stands for. So let's go through it. Your thumb points in the direction of the force. Your forefinger is the magnetic field, and your middle finger, that's the current. Got it? Thumb, forefinger, middle finger. Force, field, current. Okay, here's another one that is almost guaranteed to be on the test. Properties of magnetic field lines. Examiners love this question. But don't just memorize the list of properties. Pay really close attention to why 2 magnetic field lines can never, ever cross. That explanation, that's where the marks are. All right, looking for another potential 3-marker? Here are your targets. First, the solenoid. You need to explain how it can turn a piece of soft iron into an electromagnet. Second, domestic circuits. Know your wires, live, neutral, and earth, what color they are, and what each one does. And be ready for one of those what-if questions, like, what would happen if the earth wire wasn't connected? That's a classic analysis question. Okay, let's tackle the big one, electricity. Now, I know this chapter can feel a little intimidating. It's a challenge for a lot of students, but it's worth a whopping 8 marks, so we can't ignore it. We're just going to break it down into simple, manageable pieces so you can go in there feeling confident. Okay, everyone, listen up. This is non-negotiable. There will be a 4-mark numerical problem from this chapter. It is a certainty. It's going to be about calculating total resistance in series and parallel circuits, or maybe something on resistivity. You need to practice these problems over and over until you can do them in your sleep. Seriously. Now for the theory part. You need to have these locked in your brain. The statement for Ohm's law. the statement for Joule's law, the definition of 1 coulomb, the definition of 1 volt. And please, 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 don't forget your SI units. Writing your final answer without the correct unit can cost you half a mark, just like that. Don't throw away easy points. Here's a little tip from me to you, because I see students make this mistake every single year. When you draw an electrical symbol, like for an ammeter or a voltmeter, you have to include the plus and minus signs to show the terminals. It seems so small, but forgetting those simple little signs can absolutely lose you marks. All right, we're in the home stretch now. Let's finish strong with our final chapter, Light, covering reflection and refraction. This is another big one, worth 8 marks. And to really nail this section, you need to focus on 2 things, your ray diagrams and your key definitions. You can bet on this. There will be a ray diagram question. It's a standard, usually worth 3 marks. But here is the crucial part that so many people forget. It is not enough to just draw the diagram. You must also write down the nature, position, and size of the image that's formed. Don't just draw it, describe it. So which diagram should you practice the most? To help you focus your time, these are the heavy hitters, especially for convex lenses. You need to know how to draw the diagram when the object is at 2f1, when it's beyond 2f1, and when it's between f1 and the optical center. If you can draw those 3 perfectly without even thinking, you're going to be in fantastic shape. Okay, this one is pure memorization, but it's so important. You need to know the statements for what the laws of reflection and the laws of refraction. You know, Snell's law. It is almost certain that they will ask you to just state one of these laws. So memorize them word for word. Don't paraphrase. And here's one last hot tip for this chapter. Another highly predictable question. Be ready to define the principal focus. They could ask for either a convex lens or a concave lens. It's a classic definition, and you can bet the examiners have it on their list of favorites. Phew! We have covered so much ground, haven't we? But now you have a clear strategic plan. So before I let you go, just a few final words of advice. You've got this. Look, you are way more prepared than you probably feel right now. You have a plan. Just go back and review the specific questions I pointed out today. Practice those key diagrams until they're perfect. And always, always write down your SI units. When you get in there, read every question carefully. Take a breath, stay calm, be confident, and trust all the hard work you've put in. Walk into that exam hall and just show them what you know. You've absolutely got this. Good luck.